What is the current status of Sister Wives star Janelle Brown? The 19th season of Sister Wives closed on June 15, 2025, following the broadcast of the fourth and last segment of the tell-all, during which Janelle Brown responded to rumors regarding her romantic life and other matters. In 2025, Janelle resides in North Carolina, supervising the construction of her new residence and her entrepreneurial endeavor initiated with her daughter, Madison, and Madison's partner, Caleb. According to Janelle's frequently updated official Instagram account, she has recently spent time exploring North Carolina with friends and family, traveling to Santa Fe, celebrating her birthday, and concentrating on launching her passion project, Kody Farms. In her most recent Instagram photo, dated July 5, 2025, the Sister Wives alum depicted herself and her youngest daughter, Savannah, reveling in the 4th of July fireworks in Wilmington, North Carolina. In the post's description, she stated, "On April 17, 2025, Janelle shared a video of her property in North Carolina, indicating that her new residence was under construction and that she would permanently move there by the holiday season." The Sister Wives star stated in the video's description that her home was gradually materializing. Janelle stated that her residence would be situated directly across Maddie and Caleb's on their land, featuring a substantial covered front and back porch. In addition to establishing her residence in North Carolina, Janelle, who is estranged from her ex-husband, Kody Brown, announced the commencement of her new business, Kody Farms, a flower farm, in collaboration with her daughter, Madison, and son-in-law, Caleb, in September 2024. On September 22, 2024, Madison posted on her Instagram, stating, "The name of Janelle's farm originates from the Latin term Kody, signifying torch, light, or ceremonial pine wood, representing warmth and unity." The Sister Wives star intends to inaugurate her farm for public access in the summer of 2026. Meanwhile, Janelle persists in cultivating her daughter's backyard. In a post dated April 25th, she provided her admirers a preview of the garden she cultivated with Madison and Caleb, mentioning the presence of tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, cauliflowers, and broccoli. Janelle referred to gardening as the optimal exercise, describing it as costless and therapeutic. In addition to her professional commitments, Janelle has devoted the previous few months to traveling. Her Instagram indicates that she recently traveled to Santa Fe with friends to commemorate her birthday, followed by attendance at the Blueberry Festival and a peach event in Cary, North Carolina. A cast member from Sister Wives spent a weekend in Uintah County, participating in a nephew's wedding festivities and connecting with friends and family. Regarding Janelle's personal life, the Sister Wives celebrity expressed in the tell-all that she is not inclined to pursue dating or remarriage in the near future. She emphasized that her indifference in dating did not signify a deficiency of desire. By 2025, Janelle continues to concentrate on her autonomy, self-development, and entrepreneurial endeavors. Nonetheless, a relative of a Sister Wives cast member is presently receiving treatment for a rare and aggressive illness, as disclosed by their loved one in a poignant update. Numerous cast members of Sister Wives have encountered significant health challenges throughout the years. Christine Brown recounted her weight loss efforts and expressed her apprehensions regarding diabetes. Mary Brown has candidly addressed emotional distress and its effects on her well-being. Janelle Brown has articulated her endeavors to enhance her physical health through nutrition and exercise, especially following mobility challenges. Kody Brown has also encountered issues relating to weariness. The cast members' diverse approaches to health frequently mirror their own challenges, age, and the pressures of managing intricate family relationships. Jen Sullivan posted a photograph on Instagram featuring herself and her husband, Sean, captured on their 19th anniversary, shortly before he commenced his arduous treatment for sarcoma. Jen characterized it as a rare and aggressive cancer. She disclosed that since February 2025, Sean has undergone 5 weeks of radiation therapy and 2 significant surgeries, including the excision of a third tumor that had developed unnoticed just beyond the radiation field. Sean's cancer diagnosis initiated a protracted and arduous recovery process. Although therapy and recovery have been burdensome, nonetheless, Sister Wives star discloses a painful, health concern following significant surgical procedures. A cast member of Sister Wives is presently receiving treatment for a rare and aggressive illness, as disclosed by a family member in a poignant update. A close friend of Mary is conveying distressing news from her family. Jen Sullivan posted a photograph on Instagram featuring herself and her husband Sean, captured on their 19th anniversary, shortly before he commenced treatment for sarcoma. Jen characterized it as a rare and aggressive cancer and disclosed that since February 2025, Shaywin has endured 5 weeks of radiation therapy and 2 significant surgeries, including the excision of a third tumor that had developed undiscovered just beyond the radiation field. Nonetheless, the afternoon in Flagstaff was sweltering, and stress enveloped the Brown family complex like dense smoke. Kody stood in the center of the communal courtyard, arms gesticulating, voice resonating through the trees. "I can no longer continue with this. Assistance is requested," he exclaimed, directing his attention towards the open windows of 4 distinct residences. "What is the problem?" Protocols. Perpetual, intricate, and contradicting familial rituals established over the past 2 years to ensure equity, health, and order were now pushing Kody to madness. The protocols, first established to regulate household visits during the pandemic, have evolved into a formidable entity. Each spouse had tailored stipulations. Robin mandated rigorous mask usage indoors. Mary required emotional assessments before the visits. Janelle sought the absence of any standards, and Christine, prior to her departure, termed them Kody's justifications for favoritism. With Christine absent and the emotional scars still raw, the others were succumbing to the pressure as well. Kody convened all individuals in Robin's backyard for an urgent meeting. "I will state this only once," he said, pacing like an exasperated instructor. "If we cannot reach a consensus on a unified set of protocols, I will withdraw. I will not assume the roles of COVID enforcer, schedule mediator, and spiritual adjudicator simultaneously. I am your spouse, not your overseer." Robin appeared injured. "Kody, the regulations are established for our well-being." "You previously concurred with that," Mary remarked, raising an eyebrow. "No, Robin. He previously concurred with you." Janelle discreetly drank her iced tea, her jaw tense. Kody reacted sharply. "Why does every conversation devolve into a conflict regarding Robin? I am fatigued. No one respects the structure any longer." Subsequently that evening, Kody attended Janelle's residence. She was composed yet forthright. "You have unnecessarily complicated everything," she remarked to him. "Protocols, timetables, limitations. It has all devolved into a matter of control." Kody struck his hands against the table. "I am endeavoring to maintain the cohesion of this family." Janelle remained unperturbed. "Perhaps that is the issue. Your efforts to regulate togetherness are causing you to forfeit the underlying affection." His eyes expanded in size. For a brief interval, his fervor waned. The following day, Mary arrived at Kody's residence, unexpectedly. "You know," she remarked tentatively, "for what it's worth, you are not entirely incorrect. The family needs structure. However, what it fundamentally requires is faith. Moreover, transparency. All of these regulations are inconsequential if no one has faith in your motives." Kody exhaled audibly. "I am uncertain of my intentions now, Mary. I merely want tranquility." "Peace cannot be attained through regulations, Kody," she stated. "Respect engenders peace." Kody convened a second meeting in a rare display of vulnerability, this time without a prepared speech. "I have come to a realization," he stated, surveying his surroundings. "These protocols were never the issue. The issue was my attempt to impose them without engaging all of you as equals. I alienated individuals under the guise of equity. I have lost a wife, and I am also losing the remainder of you." Robin became emotional. Janelle became more gentle. Mary remained motionless, yet attentive. "Therefore," Kody continued, "no further protocols. Henceforth, we shall communicate as genuine individuals. We make decisions collectively as a family, or we do not make decisions at all." It did not resolve all issues. The wounds remained unhealed. The relationships among the spouses were tenuous, and confidence in Kody remained precarious. For the first time in months, the three of them shared a tranquil dinner, devoid of rituals and regulations, characterized solely by tentative talk. As Kody sat at the table, observing his wives converse and laugh once more, albeit cautiously, he murmured softly, "Perhaps this is the sensation of healing." Nevertheless, the frigid wind of Flagstaff coursed through the Brown family cul-de-sac. However, it was not merely the climate that rendered Christine feeling cold recently. It was her position in Kody's life. Seated on her porch with a steaming mug in hand, Christine gazed at the mountains. However, her heart resided elsewhere.
Utah.
Residence. A new beginning. For several months, Christine had been discreetly preparing. The marriage she had strove to safeguard now resembled a mere specter of its former self. Kody had become emotionally aloof, preoccupied with Robin, and neglectful of Christine's needs and aspirations. Their relationship, formerly lively, characterized by joy and collaborative parenting, had deteriorated into a tenuous cohabitation. One evening, as the sun descended, illuminating the desert sky in hues of orange and violet, Christine convened a family gathering. "I have something to convey," she declared, her tone composed yet firm. The women assembled, Janelle inquisitive, Mary aloof, Robin apprehensive, while Kody crossed his arms, his expression inscrutable. "I have reached a conclusion. I am relocating to Utah." Silence enveloped the room. "Pardon? What?" Kody finally spoke, his brow furrowed. "I've been contemplating it for some time," Christine elaborated. "My heart is absent. My familial origins are in Utah. Truly, and I merit an environment in which we feel liberated, supported, and content." Robin's eyes brimmed with tears, yet she remained silent. Janelle nodded slowly, possibly comprehending more than the others. Mary arched an eyebrow, however refrained from speaking. Kody rose and began to pace. "You are fracturing this family." "No, Kody," Christine responded assertively, her tone suddenly incisive. "This family was already fractured. I have decided to abandon the illusion." That evening, Christine assembled a tiny box containing photographs, correspondence from her children, and the journal she had maintained since the onset of the pandemic. It had pages of aspirations, remorse, and ambitions. Recently, aspirations of snow-covered Utah mountains and a residence that genuinely belonged to her. Several weeks later, Christine and Truly arrived at a quaint, craftsman-style residence outside Salt Lake City. It was neither opulent nor ostentatious, but it belonged to her. She adorned it with vibrant rugs, ambient lighting, and familial photographs. After years, she experienced tranquility for the first time. Upon returning to Flagstaff, the family endeavored to adapt. Kody begrudged her decision, judging it egocentric. However, Janelle silently respected Christine's bravery. She acted on what we all contemplate, but do not have the audacity to pursue, Janelle revealed in a late-night confession. With the transition of the seasons, Christine underwent transformation. Utah revitalized her. She re-established connections with former acquaintances, became a member of a local women's organization, and initiated preparations to launch a small enterprise aimed at supporting single mothers. Months later, the cameras returned to document a luminous Christine holding a backyard barbecue, her laughter resonating across the Utah hills. Genuinely engaged in play nearby, exuberant and buoyant. Upon inquiry from the crew regarding her feelings towards Flagstaff or Kody, Christine responded with a gentle smile. "I long for the cherished memories," she stated. "However, I do not lament the person I became in my efforts to make it succeed. I am finally rediscovering my true self." Nonetheless, Season 18 of Sister Wives was an emotional tumult, featuring discoveries and unforeseen developments that astonished audiences worldwide. This fictional recounting explores the most astonishing incidents that profoundly impacted the Brown family, ranging from clandestine confessions to passionate confrontations. The situation commenced when Mary inadvertently found a voucher for a private therapy session in Kody's truck, which was not with a family counselor. Kody had been discreetly consulting a relationship coach independently for more than 6 months. Upon being approached by the spouses, he admitted, "I required a conversation with someone separate from all of you. I am inundated." Robin provided comfort, whilst Janelle and Christine expressed intense anger. "You ought to have communicated with us, Kody," Janelle remarked, tears welling in her eyes. "We are not your encumbrance. We are your spouses." During the organization of family finances, Mary discovered a concealed account registered under Robin's name. What is the balance? Exceeding $300,000. The disclosure incited turmoil. Robin wept uncontrollably. "It was not intended to be confidential. It was for the future of our children," she asserted. However, Christine did not purchase it. "Your children, or the children of you and Kody?" she retorted sharply. The trust that formerly united the women began to deteriorate, openly. Christine had radiated throughout the season, and now all were aware of the reason. In episode 9, she disclosed that she had commenced a romantic relationship with Thomas, a divorced contractor whom she encountered while working at a community center. The announcement reverberated across the household. Kody was clearly astonished. "You transition with remarkable ease," he murmured. Christine, resolute and composed, responded, "No, Kody. I progressed because you relinquished first." Supporters celebrated her burgeoning confidence, although Kody's envy began to fester beneath the surface. Following months of emotional detachment, Janelle presented Kody with a pivotal ultimatum: equally choose all of us, or I depart. In an emotional revelation, she acknowledged feeling like a cohabitant with joint parenting responsibilities. Kody, clearly distressed, attempted to calm her down. However, Janelle remained steadfast. In episode 12, she gathered her belongings and relocated to a modest rental with her sons. Her departure in the early morning, shrouded in mist down the desert road, became as one of the season's most famous images. For the first time, the adult Brown children conducted a roundtable conversation, broadcast as a special episode. Maddie, Aspen, Garrison, and others spoke openly the psychological impact of polygamy. "Father was never truly ours," Garrison stated. "He was perpetually semi-present, semi-absent." Their statements reverberated across the internet and affected Kody personally. He observed quietly, tears welling in his eyes. "I believed I was exerting my utmost effort," he murmured subsequently in a solitary confession. In the penultimate episode, Mary executed the most audacious action of her sister wives' experience. "I've been anticipating an opportunity," she stated to the camera. "I now understand that I must construct the door myself." She departed Flagstaff and relocated to Oregon, acquiring a little cabin to establish a bed and breakfast independently. Her last embrace with Christine encompassed years of suffering and recovery. Kody failed to bid farewell. In the season finale, Robin, previously the favorite wife, collapsed emotionally before the cameras, weeping hysterically. "This is not what I desired," she lamented. "I sought sisterhood, not silence. Not this." For the first time, supporters perceived Robin not as the antagonist, but as an individual burdened by the weight of a shattered aspiration. The season concluded with a poignant image: the expansive Brown family dinner table vacant. Untouched plates, flickering candles, and silence. A voiceover from Christine resonated. "Occasionally, the family for whom you advocate is not the family that advocates for you." Season 18 of Sister Wives, fictionally reinvented, presented sorrow, bravery, and significant revelations. It was the season that transformed everything, the conclusion of an era and potentially the inception of something novel. Greetings, esteemed viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Sabrina, and I hope your day is going exceptionally well. If you like the video, please remember to subscribe to the channel.